Hello, and today we're playing The Park. Yes, The Park is a psychological horror game similar to Layers of Fear and Among the Sleep. The Park is a narrative experience best played in a dark room wearing headphones. It deals with subject matter that may be disturbing to some players. During the course of the play, the park may manipulate graphics, audio control settings, and your sanity. This is perfectly normal and should not be any cause of alarm or psychiatry. I'm not going to be talking all too much during this because I know a lot of it's very storyline driven and you really have to listen to it. So,
in my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum.
now in this game, I guess this kid goes missing. And we gotta find him.
Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
And I just hope that it's I hope that's a very smart and clever storyline.
Attention patrons, the park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
That guy just teleported from his desk.
What?
Hey, Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates.
And he's gone. And he teleported back to the desk. Press B to shout to Callum.
Callum, I told you to wait in the car.
Come on, this way.
Wait up there for Mommy, Callum.
Over here.
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A
Yeah, it's
line
like the
drawn
stairway to
between the
heaven.
real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy
Is
of
it
our
me?
everyday lives. And on the other,
This control is
anything
really
we might dare to
sensitive.
dream.
I'm barely even touching the trigger. Let me fix that.
It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
Oh shit. Control's shaking like fucking crazy.
Callum, where are you going? Oh God. The park. What happened here?
You can't catch me.
Stop!
All that running?
Callum!
Ain't much faster than walking.
Wait, Callum! Where'd you go?
This way.
Game's got pretty cool effects to make it feel like you're being followed. Especially if you got headphones on.
I think this belongs to Callum.
You think? How do you not know whether or not that's a kid's shoe?
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit. Don't hide from me, Callum.
Come on, Mommy.
I'm coming, I'm coming.
Callum, stay where you are. Stop, Callum!
Come on, Mommy.
Not now, damn it! Going for a boat ride. Can I get in it? Can I get in? There we go.
Callum?
Nice jeans. Nice boots, too. Shorty had them apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. "What will become of us?" the woodcutter asked his wife one night. "I
Hey,
tell you what,
baby.
husband,
You
we will
wanna help
take the
me work
children
my
into the
wood?
thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there." "No, my wife, I cannot do that," said the man. "Then we will all 4 starve, you fool." Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. "Do not fret, Gretel," Hansel said. He
There's
crept
Chad.
out of the hut and gathered white stones
Chippy
from the
or whatever
ground
his name
to
is.
fill his pockets. The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel
Creepy
leaves
bastard.
a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods.
Kind of like that
When their
heartbeat
father
effect with
leaves
the
them,
shaking
the
control
children
and
wait
the
a while, then follow the trail
bass
back
sound.
to their parents' house. After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. "Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself," the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again. Hansel broke his bread into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread and its windows were panes of clear sugar.
Diabetes.
Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't
That
be
bitch.
afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed.
Jesus fuck.
Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked. And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
Alan, where did you go? Alan, where did you go?
Dun dun dun. I think we hit more stuff in this boat than we did playing the whole Jaws game. And actually not hitting stuff. Can we get off the boat now? Get off the boat!
Hello?
Hi.
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy. Looking
guy
for the
looks pretty
sweetness
cool.
that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws. Mom. Tell Mommy where you are. Wait for Mommy! Another accident. This place.
This way.
Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening in time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether will have any customers. I'm not truly worried the customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduced that what was needed from the band writings of Archie Henderson, and it's astonishing to think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes very soon. I will know if this has all been for nothing. So it's really hard to read those, so I'll just read it out loud because you're not going to be able to see it that small.
Stay where you are!
I forgot you can run, not like it helps all that much anyways. And we're heading to the octopus ride.
This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy. The guy just...
We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making a nice ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first we thought he might make some animal like a tiger or a lion, but as more and more ice fell away, when you first looked it was like a human face, smiling out of the block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the portion, something unnatural that made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster, like you were prey and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up, and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments it was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with the ice pick, and blood was spraying and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing we saw before the Frank dragged me away was the eyeball, and one of those poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making that horrible creature more or less alive.
Come to Mommy, Callum.
Well, thank you for watching. Please like and share if you liked the video. Next time we're going to be riding the Octotron.